Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in, and today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Cassian Andor from Cassian Andor. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, here we have a look at the windowless, plasticless packaging, which we know Hasbro is going to be going back to the plastic packaging. But until then, we still have a few more of these stragglers that will be out. Here it is from the Andor series, Cassian Andor. Some beautiful artwork of Diego Luna there on the side. A picture of what we get here. The figure stands 5.9 inches tall, comes with a pistol, and then a little write-up says, in an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, Cassian Andor embarks on a path that will turn him into the rebel hero who will challenge the evil galactic empire. Number 8 in this series. So let's get this guy opened up and take a closer look. Alright, here we have a closer look at Cassian Andor, and really and truly the only accessory he comes with is this little blaster right here, this little sidearm, which is really cool. I like how it spins around in the show. It is cast in this all gray, dark gray plastic with a little bit of brown painted on each side, which is nice. And then here we have a closer look at the figure itself, and I'm gonna get in really close here because that head sculpt is really, really nice, man. Especially from certain angles, like from the side angle, man. It really looks like Diego Luna, and I like the hair sculpt. It looks great. Taking a closer look at his coat, it is multi-layered. It's got flaps that hang open here on the top. It's got this little hood that hangs down on the back. It is not all one color. It is both a brown and a burgundy color, which is really nice. This is an odd hand shape. One I don't think we've seen before outside of Jedi. It kind of looks like a gun holding hand, but not really, because it has the middle finger out a little bit further. I mean, this is your traditional gun holding hand with the hook first, index finger in a hook formation, whereas this one is not. It's not a relaxed palm, but it's sort of a gesturing hand, so I kind of dig that. Opening up his coat, which is a separate piece, you can see he's got on a blue undershirt, and then like this green tunic with different green striping to it. He does have a belt with some nice gold paint apps, and if you rotate it around, you can see he's got some little tools. They're not painted silver or anything like that, they're just sculpted, but nice little sculpted detail. Looks really cool. Nothing on this side. I like that the lower tunic is connected to the belt piece and it's lower. These pants are really awesome. Look, you have like little cargo pockets here on the front. Kind of hide the joint a little bit with this little flap that hangs down. You have some black lining underneath. You do get well past 90 though on that knee joint, and that's really cool. Really stiff joints, and then you've got these boots with these little flat pieces that kind of hang off the side that looks like maybe they're ill-fitting or not well made. It's Cassian, so he kind of scrounges for everything he gets. As far as articulation goes, he can only look up about that far, but he can look down a good bit. No upper torso, but the whole torso is on a ball joint, which can pivot and swivel. He can bend forward about that far, which is not bad, and only bend back about that far. Arms can go all the way around. He can hit that T-pose, no problem. Single joint at the elbow, but you do get past 90, which is nice. Hinge and swivel at each of the at the wrists. Is this an up and down? Yes, it is. That's really nice. You do have that hinge and ball peg right there at the waist, so you can get lots of movement. Legs can go all the way forward and about that far. We've already seen the knee articulation, and then a nice hinge and swivel at the foot and a pivot. So really nice articulation overall. And I believe this is the same Cassian that came with the B2MO droid that was like a exclusive 2-pack to like either Hasbro Pulse or Shop Disney or whatever. I passed on it because that the price point was like, I don't know, 50 or 60 bucks. And it's like, that's a $25 figure all day long. And then they're charging you $25 for a B2MO, and I guess all the extra packaging. But there he is with his pistol, looking nice, very menacing, and we know that Cassian Andor always shoots first. So let's get him standing upright out here, and then bring in some other figures for comparison, because we do have some other Cassian Andor figures throughout the years. We do have this one. This is the very first one that we got, and I believe that Rogue One was the last wave of Black Series figures before the digital face print technology went into effect, and you can just see, you know, how it started and how it's going. I mean, these don't even remotely look like the same person. So, I mean, you've got Diego Luna's very distinctive eyes and nose and mouth sculpted very well here. And then just some generic guy over here. So there he is against the very first Cassian we've got. Here is a newer Cassian that we got, same body as before, but with that digital face print. This is the re-release of that same figure from before, and you can see this figure's not bad. He looks great. He looks leaps and bounds better than this guy, but he's still looking pretty good. I dig it. A lot darker skin tone on this one here. So that's how he stacks up against those two Cassians right there. And then if we get these guys out of the way and bring in a couple of other familiar faces, some other good friends of Cassian's. Here he is against Jyn Erso. Again, this is that first release version, so she doesn't look that great, but you know, she's very short in stature, so he stands way taller than her. And then of course, who is Cassian without K2SO, who I hope we get to see in the second season of Andor. I think that'd be great. That's how he stacks up. And of course, getting these guys out of the way, we have to do our standard, you know, comparing him to Marvel Legends Spider-Man, who's a little shorter than, of course, he's not on the base yet, and then Indiana Jones stands a little taller. So let's get Cassian posed up into some backgrounds, under some lighting, and take a closer look at how this guy poses up. Oh man, I'm really glad to have this version of Cassian Andor in my collection, because it is, of course, from the newer Andor TV series. He looks great. Would I love to have B2MO? Of course I would. I would love to have that figure, but I'm just not paying $25 just for that standalone droid. And maybe later on we'll get an upgraded or a different version that's, you know, I don't know. They're going to release it in the main line at some point to get some extra leg out of that mold, but of course they'll charge us full price for it again, or they'll stick it in another 2-pack with a new Andor coming down the road. It'll be a build-up pack, probably be a Target exclusive, and of course be another, you know, $40 or $50. But I am glad to have this guy. I think he looks great. He looks nice. He poses well, and he's a must-have for your Rogue One shelf or your Andor shelf, because we do have quite a few figures from that show as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this review. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the new subscribers. You guys are amazing. Please check us out over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector. This has been the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.